Hey, welcome back to another heavy metal diecast video. We have another one here from Corgi, from the Aviation Archive, of course, and it is 1/72nd scale diecast, and it is a Focke-Wulf F190 Black 3, as flown by Feldwebel Eugen Lörcher from SG2 or Schlackerschwader 2, which was a German close air support unit fighting mainly on the Eastern Front. And they were mainly made up of Stukas, but some units like 2nd SG2 were equipped with the ground attack variants of the Focke-Wulf 190, the F8, and which, like this one, of course. And as the war was coming to an end, most Germans preferred to be captured by Western allies, which was understandable, rather than what awaited them if captured by Soviet forces. And like many pilots on the Eastern Front, if able, would fly west, and Eugene did the same as well. He also had his fiancée with him at the airfield that they were based in the Czech Republic, and he ended up bundling her into the radio compartment of the aircraft in the fuselage here, and they made the flight west, flying at treetop height to mainly avoid Allied fighters, because they did have air superiority, of course, by that stage of the war, but they were under frequent ground fire. He finally made it close enough to his parents' home, which was in Alfthausen, and he did make a belly landing in a field close to his parents' house, and they did actually crash land the aircraft. They both safely got out and made their way back to his parents' house. And so, you know, this at least was a little bit of a happy ending. He and his fiancée did make it safely back to Germany and did survive the war. And we'll get this open. It is in the normal Corgi sort of packet. I actually got this for $70. I bought this secondhand. Looks mint. We'll have a little look and make sure it is. Does have that little collector card as per usual, which does have that little bit of a story on the background of the aircraft as well, and his limited edition number. There are only 1,000 of these made, of course, and we will have a little look. It is sitting there snugly in the box. It does have the normal Corgi stand, as you are well aware, and it also does have the landing gear option there if you want wheels down. And of course, you know me, that's what we will do. All right, guys, we'll get this out of the box and have a real good look at it. With the little packet out of the box, we'll take that lid off, and it does come with that standard Corgi stand, if the sausage fingers will allow me to grab it, which does assemble straightforward, of course. It does also have that little baggie, which does have all that landing gear accessories in there, which we will put on in a moment. We will get this little Focke-Wulf out and have a little look, and it does look really nice. It actually does. I think this paint scheme on this, a lot of it, where it's sort of the silver, I think that's bare metal. And even these sections here, I think that might be the primer and everything like that. As I said, this is an aircraft from the final stages of the war, so I don't think they were needing to apply a lot of camouflage and shortages, I suppose, of materials, including paint and everything like that. But the overall finish of this is great. There is little Eugene sitting there in the cockpit, making his way home. But this little Focke-Wulf, it is a cool looking unit, as per usual. As I said, I got this off a seller in eBay secondhand, $70, like $70 Australian. The propeller does, you know, spin reasonably freely, but not the normal freedom that they usually have. But I think this is really cool. A little F8 version. I think that's pretty nice. That's a pretty big swastika on the back of the tail, but at least it's not all solid black. You reckon you don't want that standing out too much towards the end of the war, because by May of 1945, you knew what was happening. We'll turn it over on its back and have a little look underneath, and it does look like it's it's sort of a painted silver finish, but I think that is meant to be sort of just a bare metal finish sort of thing. It is in a flight configuration, of course, there, and obviously that's where the stand will go. And I reckon it's pretty nice. We'll have a little look at those details underneath. It has some great detail, as per usual with Corgi. You will get some really nice detail, and I reckon it does come up a treat. The radial engine has a little bit of detail in there, as you can see. It does have some great detail on the aircraft itself as well. Those panel lines and everything like that come up really nice. As you can see, very clear. The paint of what camouflage is on it is applied really well. We'll have a look at that little tail, so you can have a look at that sort of primer finish on the back there. I reckon that's really nice. They have captured this aircraft perfectly. I reckon, yep, it is a pretty cool looking Focke-Wulf, of course. All right, well, what we'll do is we'll turn it over and we'll do the usual. We'll kit this out with some landing gear and finish it off and be right back in a second. All right, we are back. Relatively straightforward. There is a little piece that you slip in here and then you put the landing gear on either side. The wheels do rotate, so that's pretty cool. And obviously you take the retracted tail wheel out and put the extended one in here, which I don't think that moves at all. And then there's the rack. As I said, this is the F8 version, so it is for ground attack. And there is the rack for the bomb ordnance to go there. But there is no ordnance because obviously he was flying this aircraft home, to surrender. So this aircraft was unarmed. And the only thing is, it does cover the hole for the stand. So if you want to put it on the stand, you must remove the rack. So what we'll do is we'll take that rack off. And then if you want to put it on the stand, job done like that. And it does set up really nice. I think this is a really fine example. I'm pretty happy with it. And I reckon it's pretty cool. So if you can, find one of these, go for it. I reckon it's a really nice rendition of an F8. You don't get too many F8s available, I don't think, compared to the the more standardized fighter versions. I reckon this one does set up really nicely. We'll put it on the deck here, and as you can see, it is a small little Focke-Wulf. We will zoom in a fraction for you. And there we go. I'll wind up the video as per usual. So I will take some photos of Eugene's aircraft, of course, and chuck them up at the conclusion of the video, which we are winding up now. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for spending the time with me once again, watching one of my videos. If you did enjoy it, hey, if you can possibly do that, throw us a bit of a like. That'll be awesome. And if you did stick around long enough and are still enjoying it, hey, even feel free to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. I appreciate everyone that does. So once again, this aircraft is by Corgi. It is 1/72nd scale diecast, of course, and is from the Aviation Archive. It is the Focke-Wulf FW190F8, so the ground attack version. Black 3, of course, as flown by Eugen Lörcher, or Lorca. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly, from SG2 when he did fly his fiancée back to Germany to escape capture from the Soviet forces from Czechoslovakia in May of 1945. All right, thank you so much for spending your valuable time watching another one of my videos. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.